It's time to hit the hardwood. This is high school basketball on West Virginia's premier sports station, WVOW.
Disappoints. They've already played one time this season. It was a tight affair, 64-59. Man able to win that game. And this is another rivalry that we've had on the radio and on video productions over the last couple of weeks that really do tie into the communities and how strongly they love basketball in those areas.
Yeah, it's been an intense rivalry to say the least, dating back to last year's sectional final. Tug Valley won it at the buzzer on a three-pointer. The man would go on to win one of the regional one of the Region 4 co-finals. Tug Valley would get a COVID forfeit from Gilmer County and then advance to the state tournament where they lost to Pendleton County. Man would go on to beat Pendleton County in the state championship game and win the Class A state championship. So Tug Valley, they've got a lot to prove here tonight. Man, they're looking to continue their little hot streak that they're on. They've won 10 in a row. Meanwhile, Tug Valley, going back to that man loss on January 31st at Tug Valley, the Panthers have lost 6 and 9. So these are two teams that are heading in opposite directions right now.
Yeah, again, during that stretch, it's been rough for Tug Valley. They've had tough scheduling as well. I mean, as you mentioned, losing to Man, losing to Mingo Central twice, South Charleston, a 4A school, Webster County, just state champions not too long ago. They did pick up wins against teams like Westside, Hurley, Virginia, but they're really trying to get themselves back on track here because Tug Valley, a lot like Man, Logan, Chapmanville, they play an extremely difficult schedule, and sometimes the record can be very deceiving.
Yeah, they come in here 9-8, but as you mentioned, they play some tough schedules. They did lose to South Charleston, you mentioned, at the Hatfield-McCoy shootout. They lost to Webster County at the Parmar Stores shootout at the Big House at West Virginia State. They've dropped 2 games to Mingo Central. They've dropped 1 to Man, and they've dropped a few other contests too. 1 to Huntington St. Joe, I believe, just a couple of weeks ago. So their schedule's always tough. They always play the ranked teams. They play the better teams that's going to test them come tournament time. And they're 9-8, and this is a very important game for them in terms of sectional seeding. And make no mistake about it, I think Man and Tug Valley's 1-2 in the section. Man, with their 14-2 record, I think they've done enough to lock up the number 1 seed. But a victory here tonight over Tug Valley would most definitely guarantee them the number 1 seed in a sectional tournament in a couple of weeks. The ballots will be sent out Friday and then returned back by noon next Tuesday, and then we'll know more about the pairings and matchups. And by the way, I talked to Coach Blevins last week, and that section will be at the Willie Akers Arena just like last year.
That's good news for us. That's good news for these teams as well. As we are about 6 minutes away before tip-off here tonight between Man and Tug Valley. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about tonight's matchup between the Hillbillies and the Panthers as you're listening to and watching Man Hillbilly basketball action with us here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on video productions.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
At Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, we have a huge menu offering home-cooked dinners, hamburgers, tacos, hot dogs, pizza, Philly steaks, and desserts. including, of course, ice cream. Ask about our weekly home-cooked dinners. We have an everyday hot dog special, 6 hot dogs for $5.99, or $5 14-inch large grab-and-go pizzas made from our fresh homemade dough. So visit Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, located beside the old IGA in Chapmanville, just off the Crawley Creek exit of 119.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk here with you. Butch Mounts, our executive producer and producer tonight on video productions. Booth Davis, our camera operator on video productions, with Tyler Lowe, our engineer, back in the WVOW studios as we are at a packed house here in Mam, West Virginia, getting set for the action tonight. And again, talking about the Hillbillies, Bill, 6-0 at home on the season. Only losses were by 3 to Mingo Central, by 3 in overtime to East Ridge, and then in their last game, absolutely throttled Van, 108-48 last Thursday. They've been on a roll, as you said. They're averaging over 75 points per game. It really is going to be a tall task here tonight for Tug Valley, with a younger club coming in here with Ethan Colgrove kind of leading them.
Yeah, absolutely. Man is you mentioned those losses to Mingo Central and Eastridge, both games that they had leads in. So this is a team that could very well be 16-0 had they took care of business in those 2 games, but unfortunately they didn't make the plays in those games, and they've learned from it since, been on a 10-game losing streak, or a 10-game winning streak. Mingo Central was the last loss back on December 30th of 2021, and it all starts with Jeremiah Harless. Harless is absolutely tearing the boards up. He has 9 straight double-doubles. He's averaging 14.6 rebounds this season to go along with 13.5 points. Now, you also have Caleb Blevins that can line it up from the inside. But a couple of weeks ago against Liberty Raleigh, what I liked from Caleb Blevins was that he started to take the ball to the basket more, and he's done that more efficiently, and he's getting more points at the rim, and it's helping his outside game. And then you always got to find Trey Brown on the court. He'll shoot it from anywhere on the court, and then you got Aiden Martin as well. Those 4 are 4 guys that average over 13.5 points per game. And you got scoring like that, it's tough to beat you on any given night.
And now the Hillbillies getting set to be introduced, and this is new to me. I haven't seen this yet. Again, the lights going out here in the gymnasium, so it looks like we could have ourselves yet another light show again. We've had it at Logan over the years. Chapmanville has started recently, and now looks like the Man Hillbillies are going to have one, so this is going to be interesting to see. The lights are flashing everywhere. Cell phones are out. This is going to be fun. Again, did you know about this, Bill?
I knew nothing about this. I can honestly say. I was down here Saturday talking to, Coach Blevins at practice and loading the film up on Huddle for him, and he made no mention of this to me, but this is something you're starting to see everywhere across the state of West Virginia, and it's cool for the kids. It's first time that I've ever seen anything like this at Man, but it's pretty cool.
It is. I really like this, and they've done a good job down here with it, as well as everywhere else in our county, so I love having this for the kids. Well, while that's underway right now, Bill, it's time now for our Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game. And what do you see as the big key tonight for the Hillbillies to stay red hot and sweep the season series against their longtime rivals?
Well, for both Man and Tug Valley, first off for Tug Valley, they've got to find a way to get Jeremiah Harless in foul trouble. As we mentioned, Harless has been a double-double machine lately. If they can get him in foul trouble, force somebody else to step up and rebound and score at the rim, Tug Valley's going to have the opportunity to walk out of here with a big win tonight. For Man, just, play like you've been playing. Just continue to get the shots at the rim, continue to rebound, and get those second-chance opportunities. Don't dwell on the past and your last outing with Tug Valley. Man's success is going to come from their four scores. If they can continue to get the 13.5 points per game, the Man's going to have success tonight.
Well, those are your Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game, and the key to your health care is with Logan Regional Medical Center, offering care for every stage of life, from the Women's Center to pediatrics and primary care physicians. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you. Well, we are getting set now for the national anthem, it appears, as Man has taken their place on the floor. Tug Valley getting ready to do the same. And while they get ready to play the national anthem, we'll step aside for our final pregame break and be back in 2 minutes for the tip-off between Man and Tug Valley, as you are listening to and watching Man Hillbilly basketball action with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
Tell them Hug sent you.
that's right, Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
In Peytonville, there's lots of ways to save on auto insurance.
Really?
Yep. Very proud of that. With Smart Ride from Nationwide, they can get discounts for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs. Carmichael, safest driver in Peytonville, takes a lot of work and effort to be the safest driver in Peytonville.
What about this guy?
With Nationwide Smart Miles, the less he drives, the less he pays. The list of inspiring stories goes on and on.
I bet. I've never seen anyone do more with their retirement than you.
I concur.
You want it? Click it.
Reserve it and drive it.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill.
That's right. Getting your new vehicle just got easier.
Visit any of our 6 locations and get a personalized experience in preferencing your next new vehicle.
Tag one of our pre-built invoices.
Or let's customize your exact features with our easy built-to-order process.
All we have to offer with shopping ease at ThornhillAutomotive.com.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride on the Thornhill Motor Mile.
Back everyone, Chris Kidd and Bill Lust with you. Tyler Lowe, our engineer, back in the WVOW studios. Booth Davis, our camera operator on Video Productions, and Butch Mounts, our engineer on Video Productions, as we are set to go here tonight. As for the Tug Valley Panthers, it'll be 6'4" senior Ethan Colgrove, 6'1" freshman Ashton Davis, 6'1" freshman Joey Gollihue, 5'7" freshman Caden Hale, and 6'3" sophomore Buddy Markham. As the tip is controlled by Man, they will have 6'5" senior Jeremiah Harless, senior Trey Brown, senior Aiden Martin, 6'4" senior Caleb Blevins, and 6' junior Jordan Adams in the lineup. As Brown will get at top of the key to start things off. Straight on 3, no good. Rebounded by Harless as he crashes to the ground, and they'll call him for a travel.
Yeah, right off the bat, Jeremiah Harless with an offensive rebound, but couldn't keep his footing on the play, fell to the ground, turnover possession to Tug Valley.
Tug Valley wearing their all-black uniforms with Tug Valley written across the chest in gray and white. Tug Valley with the ball here, going right to left across your computer screen and radio dial. Man in their all-white uniforms with blue and red trim with red lettering and red Man written across the chest. They'll be going left to right across your computer screen and radio dial as Gollihue gets it over near side. Markham swings it around now over to the far corner. They dump it down to Colgrove, the big man. Now back over near side. Gollihue looking inside. Now up top, a steal attempt by Adams comes up empty. Now they get it back over for Gollihue near side. Dumps it down low to the big man Markham, and then loses it, taken away by Brown. So he'll get it over left side. Martin stops, pops a 3 off the side of the rim. Rebound fought for underneath, knocked loose, and Tug Valley controls.
It's a good job on the defensive end by Caleb Blevins to poke that ball away from Markham. Unfortunately, Man couldn't come up with any points.
Gollihue takes a straight on 3 off the front iron, no good, and Martin grabs the board for Man.
Both teams coming out a little sluggish right now, missing their first few shots.
I was going to say, you'd like to see both these teams getting up and down the floor. It's what they're used to doing, but here about a minute and a half in, neither team able to find the bottom of the net yet. So get it to Adams on the left wing, back up top. Looks like its own defense start things out possibly here for Tug Valley. As Harless penetrates into the middle, pump fakes, pull-up jumper off the back iron, and rebounded by Colgrove. Colgrove will push it up the center of the floor here, still looking for the first points of the game. He'll sling it over to near side in the left corner for Gollihue, now back up top. Now over into the far corner. Cross-court pass to Gollihue, back out top of the key. Straight on three on the way. Off the back iron, no good for Davis. But rebounded by Gollihue, and he'll put the rebound back up and in.
Yeah, Jeremiah Harless was unable to get that rebound from Ethan Colgrove, and the ball come loose right into the hands of the Tug Valley player for easy two.
Gollihue had 6 points against Mingo Central the other night, had 12 points in the first game against Man. Brown dribbles in, gets to the free throw line. Tough fadeaway jumper, no good. Harless on the offensive glass, able to save it back out to Adams on the left wing. He'll pull up at the left elbow. His shot rejected and taken away by Tug Valley. So here comes Colgrove up the floor. His block on the play was by Markham. Now they get it over near side. Looking for help was Hell. Now they'll get it back top of the key for Gollihue. And we get a whistle and a double dribble called on Gollihue.
One thing Tug Valley can ill afford turnovers, and that's an unforced turnover right there. Man had no pressure on the basketball, and Gollihue just took one too many dribbles.
So 2-0, Tug Valley leads Man. 5:15 to go here in the first quarter. And Man coming in at number 2 in Class AA. Tug Valley number 9 in Class Single A. As they get it down low for Harless, back up top. They swing it around quickly to Martin on the right wing. Back over to Adams. Adams back out to Martin. Straight on three on the way. Count it for Aiden Martin.
Martin gets his feet set. He's darn near automatic, and good find there by Jordan Adams.
And he had 11 points and 7 rebounds in the first game against Tug Valley. Colgrove tries to answer back. May have had his shot rejected that time by Harless as it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Man.
Yeah, Harless definitely got a piece of that ball, and Aiden Martin went to try to save the rebound, was unable to. Tug Valley now chance to take the lead here.
So get it over for Hale. He'll take a three from the left wing, in and out, no good. Rebound tipped around and taken by Adams of Man. He looks up the floor quickly. Long baseball pass up to Blevins. He'll step back for three. No good as it rolls off. Rebound knocked loose. Saved by Harless. And tipped up in the air, and it's going to be Colgrove taking it away from Martin. And now we get a whistle and a foul on Man.
Yeah, they're going to get Trey Brown on the foul there, trying to come from behind to cause a steal and deflection there. A good hustle play there on both parts.
That's the first foul we've had of the game, nearly midway through the first quarter. 4.5 minutes to go. Colgrove gets it at the right elbow. Out to Gollihue. Three from the left wing. Off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound fought for as Harless gets tangled up underneath. As that time he and Markham going for it, and the possession arrow stays with Tug.
Tug Valley's going to do everything they can to stay in this ballgame. They're going to take an open three if they get a look at it.
Quick inbounds pass to Gollihue, and he's rejected by Blevins. What a block by him as a Man comes out of there with it. Now here comes Adams up the right side. 3-2 Man here in the early going. Martin trying to wave Brown back out, create some space down low. Adams with it on the right wing. Trying to find an opening down low with Harless. They go to him. He's triple teamed immediately. They kick it out. Ball tipped. Gollihue trying to chase it down, but it's going to get out of bounds before he can reach it.
And make see how Blevins is going to perform tonight, shooting the ball with that right hand taped, and looks like his 2 fingers taped as well there. I don't know really the extent of the injury, but it's going to be something to watch for a kid who is 21 points away from becoming the 12th member of the 1,000-point club.
Now they get it over left side from Martin. Man with a 3-2 lead as he'll get a screen. Steps to the top of the key. Three on the way. Off the back iron, no good. Gollihue mistimed his jump, and Harless able to get the offensive rebound. As they'll swing it over for Blevins. He'll take a way outside three off the front of the iron, no good. But there's Brown on the offensive glass. He'll bring it back out. He'll try a three and hit.
I said you got to find Trey Brown. If he gets his feet set, he's automatic as well, just like Martin. Blevins missed a three. He's 0 for 2. Looks like that hand is kind of favoring him.
Brown had 16 points and 5 rebounds in the first game against Tug Valley. His first 3 here tonight. 6-2 Man as Colgrove gets it at the free throw line. No good short. Markham with the offensive rebound. He misses, but he's fouled on the way up, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And looks like they're going to get this on Martin.
And that'll be the first on Martin. Brown with 1. 2 team fouls on Man, none with Tug Valley right now.
Now you've got Buddy Markham at the free throw line, the sophomore. He had 4 points in the first game against Man. First free throw up and misses short.
Yeah, free throws are going to be key in this game. Tug Valley didn't get to the line much in the first meeting at Tug Valley. Man stepped up to the line in the fourth quarter and was knocking down their free throws to hang on for the victory.
And Man went 8 of 15 from the line that game, but really came up with them late whenever they needed it, as you said, Bill. Their second free throw rolls off as well for Markham. Taken by Mann, leading at 6-2. Martin into the right corner, kicks it up top for Adams, over to Blevins on the left wing. Wrap around pass to Brown in the left corner. He's picked up by Hale, dumps it down low, backing down is Harless. What a pass over to Adams, but a great block by Gollihue from behind to knock it out of bounds.
Good look by Harless to find Adams. Gollihue was in the right position to block that shot attempt by Adams without fouling.
And again, 3 of these freshmen for Tug Valley starting haven't shown a whole lot of nerve so far as they go into Harless, and he'll draw the foul on the way up with 2:48 left in the first quarter. We'll see who they're going to get here. Couldn't really see who they signaled. It may have been Colgrove. They don't have it flashing on the screen, so we'll just try and catch up as we move along.
It's either Colgrove or Buddy Markham.
Harless hits on the first free throw.
I think they got Markham 23 on a play, and Harless steps up, hits the first free throw. This is where his game has really improved, is at the free throw line. He's right around 65% for the year.
The second one rolls off, no good, but he had a monster game the first time against Tug Valley. 16 points, 19 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 3 steals to help man to that win.
Hey, he's a stat stuffer.
Gollihue almost had it stolen by Adams. They get it to Colgrove at the free throw line, goes in, little right-hander on the way up, and Colgrove's so good at that, able to connect.
And that bucket by Colgrove ends a 7-0 man run.
Colgrove had 24 against Mingo Central last week and had 12 against Man the first time around. 7-4, Man leads it, 2:15 left in the first. Brown got it in the right corner, pump fakes, puts up a little floater in the lane, no good. Rebound taken by Colgrove. Outlet pass, able to find his man. Bringing it up the right side is Davis. Tries to go underneath. Ball got lost and out of bounds off of Davis.
Yeah, it looked like Aiden Martin was able to come from behind and knock it away from the Tug Valley player, and out of bounds possession to Man. Big turnover.
So again, low-scoring first quarter. Something we're not necessarily accustomed to seeing with these two clubs, but it's been a strong defensive tilt thus far. As Adams gets it over for Blevins, looking for his first points, misses on the 3. Rebounded by Harless, though, underneath. Kicks it out to Martin, gets a good look from the left wing for 3. Off the back iron, no good, and rebound comes out, taken away by Davis. Now here comes Tug Valley up the floor, trailing by 3. Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Davis gets it back from Colgrove out near midcourt. Swings it over for Gollihue on the right side. Now back to Davis in the right corner. He's picked up by Martin and Adams. He swings it around quickly. Back to the top of the key for Colgrove. Not an outside threat. Get it to Hale. Now back to Colgrove. Tug Valley trying to swing around the perimeter. Find an open man. Pass tall, but Hale able to go and grab it. Penetrates in. Dumps it off for Markham. His layup rolls out. No good. Now here comes Man with a minute to go in the first quarter. A missed opportunity there for the Panthers. Blevins, long range 3 from the left side, no good, but another long rebound to Harless. Gives it off to Martin. He drives into 3 men and gets clobbered on the way to the ground with 50.1 seconds to go, and that'll send him to the line.
Yeah, both teams are getting pretty good looks at the basket, just unfortunately not seeing them go through right now. And, for Tug Valley, a foul on the other end will send Man to the free throw line, where they've already been there twice and made 1 of 2.
Martin's first free throw is short, no good. And you kind of get the feeling Tug Valley, that's the second time Man's got inside. They're going after and being aggressive, and if it means a hard foul, so be it. As Martin's second free throw rattles out as well. So both teams missing 2 clutch free throws here late in the first quarter, and the score stays at 7-4 Man. Davis gets it to Gollihue. We'll see if Tug Valley tries to hold for 1 here. Man has the possession arrow to start quarter number 2 at the moment. Cross-court pass almost stolen by Adams. Now they get it back out to Hale. Far side, 3 for Davis on the way, no good. Blevins tips the ball out, but it goes right to Hale. 23 seconds left. Hale drives in, and there's going to be a foul called on the Hillbillies.
And you can see that hand is favoring Blevins, and he could have went up and grabbed that with 2 hands, but he tried to tap it back out to Jordan Adams, and then taps it back out to the Tug Valley.
Now 22.9 seconds left in the quarter. Davis will inbound it deep to Colgrove. Now let's see if Tug Valley tries to run this quarter down. They get it to Hale. He'll retreat towards midcourt, but Brown comes out on him. Now to Davis with 13 seconds. Now to Colgrove. Dangerous time here. Double team on Colgrove. Looking for help. Able to find the man with 8 seconds. They get it into the corner for Gollihue. Brings it back out over to Hill with 4 seconds. Drives in. Lost it on the way up, but it goes right into Markham's hands. He misses another bunny layup, and that'll do it for the first quarter of action as a defensive struggle ends the first 8 minutes with Man in the lead, 7-4. We'll be back in 60 seconds as you're listening to and watching Man Hillbilly Basketball with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Places the all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market, Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
In Peytonville, there's lots of ways to save on auto insurance.
Really?
Yep. Very proud of that. With Smart Ride from Nationwide, they can get discounts for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs. Carmichael, safest driver in Peytonville. Takes a lot of work and effort to be the safest driver in Peytonville.
What about this guy?
With Nationwide Smart Miles, the less he drives, the less he pays. The list of inspiring stories goes on and on.
I bet. I've never seen anyone do more with their retirement than you.
I concur.
Start of quarter number 2 here from Man High School. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk with you. Booth Davis, our engineer, or our camera operator on Video Productions, with Butch Mounts, our engineer on Video Productions, and Tyler Lowe, our engineer in the WVOW studios. As Man with the ball to start the second quarter. Harless baseline jumper and gets the friendly roll off the front iron for his first field goal.
Yeah, if Harless gets going, Tug Valley's going to be in trouble here tonight. He already had 11 rebounds in the first quarter. 11.
He has been a menace on the boards. Again, that 45 rebound effort just a few weeks ago as Davis straight on 3 off the back iron, no good. Tug Valley just can't find their shooting here in the first half so far. It's Brown with it across the timeline. Penetrates in, nice dish to Harless. He's double teamed. He goes up and he forces the foul. And that'll send him back to the free throw line.
And that's another thing that he does so well when he catches the ball on the block. When he catches it that deep, the choice is, foul him or let him have the shot. And he does a good job of using the head fake to get his man up in the air to draw the foul.
That foul looked to be on Brady Brewer, 6'1" freshman, as Harless hits the first free throw. It's incredible how many freshmen are on this Tug Valley roster. Only 2 seniors that you see with Colgrove and Pack, but other than that, it's freshmen and sophomores nearly across the board.
It's a very young Tug Valley roster, and Joey Gollihue is a kid that Rabbit Thompson has got high hopes on. Says he's one of the best. He's probably the best freshman that he's ever coached. And that's saying a lot, given the talent that's come through Tug Valley.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's an amazing compliment from Garland Thompson. As both free throws were good for Harless. Pass now deflected by Adams, almost able to save it for the steal, but he had a foot on the sideline.
Jordan Adams has been so close coming up with steal after steal tonight. He's gambled a couple of times and came up on the short end, but the man defense has really stepped up, fill the lanes, and prevent an open shot opportunity for Tug Valley. Adams has always got his hands in the passing lane. He's always in the defending lanes. Tug Valley's going to have to know where he is, and they're going to start faking passes and making passes, or otherwise Adams is going to rack up steals in this contest.
1 minute gone now here in the second quarter. 11-4, Man leads Tug Valley. As Gollihue has it on the left wing, gets it over to Hale, pump fakes a pass, now gets it in to Colgrove, who steps inside the arc, over to Gollihue. He'll jack up a 3 from the left wing off the side of the rim. Rebound fought for. Martin had it momentarily but lost it. Hale was able to grab it but fell out of bounds with it. So again, Tug Valley continuing to struggle from the field. It's been a nightmare opening from them shooting-wise thus far.
Yeah, they were 2 of 12 in the first quarter, and this game is very similar to the game over at Tug Valley, where Man felt if they were a stop or a rebound away from running Tug Valley out of the gym.
As Brown gets it on the right wing, his 3 misses off the side of the rim. Rebounded again, though, by Man. They're really controlling the offensive glass here in the first half. Blevins, he's going to try another 3. This one will go from the right wing.
We'll probably see a timeout here from Tug Valley. Man is feeling it in this quarter. They're getting open looks. They're getting good looks at the basket, and they're finding the open man. They now have a 14-4 lead.
Well, that's a 10-point lead. We'll step aside here with 6:18 left in the first half as you're listening to and watching Hillbilly Basketball with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
At Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, we have a huge menu offering home-cooked dinners, hamburgers, tacos, hot dogs, pizza, Philly steaks, and desserts, including, of course, ice cream. Ask about our weekly home-cooked dinners. We have an everyday hot dog special, 6 hot dogs for $5.99, or $5 14-inch large grab-and-go pizzas made from our fresh homemade dough. So visit Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, located beside the old IGA in Chapmanville, just off the Crawley Creek exit of 119.
14-4, man has opened up a 10-point lead on Tug Valley here in the early stages of the second quarter. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk here with you on WVOW Radio and Video Productions tonight as Tug Valley trying to find some offense here as they have really struggled from the field. We'll have Bill give you that breakdown here in just a moment whenever we get a little stoppage in play. As Gollihue gets it over to Hale. Back out top, now to Davis. He'll drive baseline, gives it off to Colgrove, and gets one to roll in. Big for Tug Valley to stop the lead.
Yeah, very big. And that's where they're going to have to start scoring inside to get the outside shots to fall. They're 0 for 8 from 3, 3 of 15 overall.
But Aiden Martin attacks on the other end. He takes it in on the right side and banks it home.
But on the other end, they're going to have to stop man from scoring. They're down 10 points. They cannot trade baskets with man.
16-6, Hillbillies lead it. They pound it down low. Colgrove trying to find positioning, can't bank it in, gets his own rebound back though, goes back up in the middle, he's rejected by Harless and taken away by man. Here comes Martin up the center of the floor, kicks it over to Blevins, spots up for 3 from the wing, too strong. Rebound goes into the corner, Adams saves it as he dives into the cheerleaders. Now to Brown, 3 on the way, no good, and Gollihue gets the rebound. Colgrove crashes to the ground at midcourt. They get it over to Hale in the corner. He'll put up a 3 in front of the man cheering section. No good. Long rebound comes out to Martin, and now he pushes back the other way. He's 1-on-4 here. He's still going to take it, and Colgrove commits the foul. He's not happy.
He might get a technical. Yeah. He should get a technical for that, for after the way he talked to the official there. Very fortunate that for Tug Valley that Colgrove doesn't pick up a T and another personal there.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. He turned around and threw his arm at the official. I mean, not in his face, but just threw it down like, are you kidding me? And the official showing constraint there as free throw rolls off for Martin. He's 0 for 3 now from the line. And I understand Colgrove's frustration after all that. Again, you're getting beaten up down low, trying to find positioning. You're battling as hard as you can, and you felt like you got a good block that time. So I understand the frustration, but I also think the referee did a good job of restraining himself, but Martin misses both free throws.
Well, based on what we saw in the Logan South Charleston game where the South Charleston player had fouled out and drew the technical foul, now I believe they got him this time. This time he wasn't as fortunate. Yeah, so that was just something you saw coming on the other end that just kept boiling over too. And
let's see it here on our instant replay on Video Productions. Must have been talking all the way down to the official.
Yeah, he gets to the free throw line and he turns and looks at the official standing in front of the man-student section, and the official had enough. He'd actually heard enough. And not only is that a technical foul, but it goes down as a personal foul and a team foul. But Tug Valley had possession of the ball. It gives man 2 free throws and possession of the basketball. Well, Tug Valley down 10, so that they can ill afford just silly mistakes like that.
Well, Brown misses the first man. It's 3 of 9 from the line thus far, but he does get the second to go. Yeah, I'm like you. I mean, Tug Valley's in dire straits as it is right now, trailing by 11, and you don't need that from one of your senior leaders in a game this emotional. And I get it from Colgrove. It's the last game that he may play in this rivalry, so he doesn't want to go out as a loser.
What's surprising right now is Rabbit Thompson's electing to keep Colgrove in the lineup.
And Harless goes right at him. They kick it out to Blevins, 3 from the wing. No good. Rebounded, though, by Harless again. Again, he is just absolutely manhandling the boards right now.
Yeah, I believe it's his 12th rebound in the contest. And he gets the scoring going. Looks like it's going to be 10 straight double-double.
Tug Valley in a zone. Man just pulling it out and trying to make them chase right now. It looks like they may switch it back up as they go down to Harless. It looked like he slipped and fell, but may have picked up a foul, and that's going to be another on Colgrove. What a disastrous 2 minutes for him.
Colgrove better be careful here. He's staring the official down. But it looks like Rabbit Thompson's going to get him before he can do anything else. But it's very dangerous there for Tug Valley. It could have resulted in a disqualification there for Colgrove, and if he gets a second technical, he's out the next 2 ball games.
So now he could be on the bench for quite a while now, as that's 3 fouls in the span of a couple of minutes, and now Gollihue picks up a foul on the drive from Martin. So that'll send Martin to the free throw line with 4:18 left in the first half. And Martin yet to connect from the line. He's 0 for 4 overall. He's got 5 points in the game, and he does sink the first.
Yeah, 4 of 10. Now we'll make it 5 of 10 for Man by my count. Free throws, 0 of 2 for Tug Valley. So Man's doing what they got to do, attacking the inside, getting in foul troubles, and getting to the rim.
Now, let's see, do we have a 30-second timeout called here perhaps?
I believe it looks like Tug Valley may have called a full timeout.
We'll wait and see, but yes, looks like maybe we have maybe a 30 or full here. Never really saw the signal from the official, but we'll
just keep it here.
Yeah, 4:15 to go in the first half. And just a reminder here on Video Productions that this game brought to you in part by DLH Drug and Alcohol Testing, who is a proud to support Aiden Martin and the Man Hillbillies. DLH Drug and Alcohol Testing is your key to providing a drug-free workplace. And also here on WVOW Radio, we also are brought to you in part by Nationwide Insurance Agent Greg Dalton, who is a proud supporter of Man Hillbilly Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-752-8300. Greg Dalton Insurance with offices on Main Street in Logan and Main Street in Chapmanville. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan.
Yeah, I think we're behind on the scoreboard. I'm looking at your score sheet and looking at my stats column, and I have 18 points for Man. They're showing 17 on the scoreboard, and you have 18 as well on your score sheet.
Martin hits the second. Yeah, he hit both free throws. I don't know if they counted the first one or not. Yeah, we've got 19-6. Scoreboard's reading 18-6. So I don't know if maybe they disqualified one free throw or not.
Yeah, they got. I'm sure April Montgomery Cook will get it situated down there. She's always on top of things, and we get a substitution in for Man. Jacob Walls to replace Aiden Martin. Jacob Walls is like Mr. Six-Man off the bench. He'll come in and does so much for Man.
And he's first sub of the game we've seen for the Hillbillies. And now what do you do if you're Tug Valley? You've got your big man on the bench with 3 fouls in about 2 minutes and going to be down for a while. Tug Valley's got to find a way to knock down some outside shots here, as now they do fix it on the scoreboard as Davis goes for 3, and there it is.
Right on cue.
That was much, much needed for Tug Valley.
Right on cue, and that was because of the dribble drive by Gollihue. He got into the lane, was able to kick it back out to Davis for the 3. Much needed basket for Tug Valley.
And tell you what, we had Butch Mounts on the case too. He went over there to talk about it, and he got the scoreboard fixed for us. That's why he is the godfather, folks. As we get it out front here to Walls, now over to Blevins. 3:15 left in the first half. Blevins gives it back over to Adams. Again, low-scoring game here from Man, West Virginia thus far here tonight. Over to Walls in the left corner. 3 too strong. Rebound tipped up. Harless trying to control it. Now they're going to get him for a foul. And Harless doesn't like the call either.
That's a good call. Both guys were battling for the board. It looked like Harless came over and looked like he may have slapped the guy coming across and is trying to get the rebound. Nevertheless, it's a good call by the official.
Again, Tug Valley coming in as Gollihue pulls up for a jumper and he hits. And now Tug Valley maybe starting to find their range here late in the first half.
5 quick points by Tug Valley. He's got this lead down to 8.
Actually, they're going to say it's a 3-pointer now, so that'll make it 19-12 in favor of Man. I was like you, I thought it was a 2 at first, but we've got a rough angle from where we're at over here on the side as Harless attacks the rim, and he's rejected by Markham. Taken away now as Tug Valley pass gets away in the backcourt, but able to chase it down. In time was Brewer. He'll give it over for Davis. Kicks it out for Hale. 2:20 to go in the first half. Boy, they knocked down a 3 on this trip. Got to be a little demoralizing if you're Man. You've controlled this entire half, and just like that, 3 trips and your lead's basically vanished. They give it over to Markham, goes up. He's rejected by Harless. What a block by him. Man tears it out of there, and they'll go the other way with 2 minutes to go in the half. Adams crosses the timeline again. Tug Valley averaging 62.7 points per game. Man averaging 75.1. But it's the defenses that are winning out thus far. Tug Valley allowing 57.3. Man just 50.9. It's Blevins. Tough fade away from the top of the key, won't fall. And now Harless and Markham fighting for that tie-up. Maybe a little shove after that. But the possession arrow will go to Tug Valley.
A good job by the referees to step in between the two players before something escalated there. I don't think anything would have escalated. It was just a good, hard basketball play by Harless and Markham there. Blevins misses that three. It rimmed out. That was a big miss for Man now. Now Tug Valley's got a chance to cut this thing down to 4 with a 3, or cut it to 5 with a 2-point basket here. But Man was on a 12-2 run to start the quarter, and Tug Valley has scored the last 6 points of this quarter to cut it to 7.
And if there's one thing we know about Tug Valley Ball Club and the Garland Thompson coach club, they are not going to disappear. They're not going to quit fighting in a contest, and they've whittled their way back into this slowly but surely as Gollihue gets it over to Davis on the left wing. 90 seconds left in the first half now. Davis gets it back, gets it to Brewer, skips it over for Hell, back out to Gollihue. Again, so many freshmen on the floor, but such confidence and good passing from this young ball club as Davis goes inside, had it poked away from behind. Adams is so good at that, and it goes into Harless's hands.
Yeah, a minute 13 on a moving clock here in the first half. Man with possession of the ball here. Very important possession. Want to get a good look at the basket, want to get a good shot and get some points on the board.
Oh, what a fake by Adams as he went in, but he got too far underneath the basket and ended up throwing it off underneath the backboard. Now he get it over to Hale in the right corner. Circles back out, gets it to Davis. Good look from 3, and he buries another.
I'm sure that wasn't the look that Coach Blevins was wanting on the other end. Tug Valley comes back, hits a 3. 5-point swing. We now have a 5-point game, I guess.
I guess they must have counted Gollihue's maybe as a 2. We'll have to check the scorebooks at the half because that was obviously a 3.
I'd say that was a 3, and I'd say the last basket by Gollihue was a 2. Nevertheless, we'll get to clarification at halftime.
23 seconds left in the half. They get it up top for Blevins. Blevins back over for Adams. His man trying to hold for 1 here to run out the half. Again, they have led the entire way except for 2-0. But now Tug Valley going on a late run. 7 seconds left in the half. Blevins, left wing 3, rejected by Gollihue. Ball knocked out of bounds, and 3.4 seconds left. They say last touch by Tug Valley. And again, Tug Valley flying at the ball so effectively now, contesting these shots. Now can they find a stop to end the first half?
If you're Tug Valley here, you got to find Jeremiah Harless. He is so good on these inbound plays that he gets free.
They get it to Brown instead, puts up a floater in the lane too strong, and that'll do it for the first half of action. As just like the JV game earlier, we've got a defensive struggle on our hands as it's Man leading Tug Valley 19-14 at the break, and now Tug Valley still talking with one of the officials as they go head off the court. They've really got to be careful here, and now one of the coaches wanting to come and talk with them again, and this one a much more pleasant exchange. But yeah, right there, if you're Coach Thompson, you just want to get your players off the court and get them into the locker room after an emotional first half, as it's 19-14 in favor of Man. We'll be back in 2 minutes as you are listening to and watching Man Hillbilly basketball action with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
You can breathe easier at Boone Memorial Hospital, now with pulmonologist Dr. Richard McNeely. Come see us if you have concerns about your breathing issues.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy, and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
In Peytonville, there's lots of ways to save on auto insurance.
Really?
Yep. Very proud of that. With Smart Ride from Nationwide, they can get discounts for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs. Carmichael, safest driver in Peytonville, takes a lot of work and effort to be the safest driver in Peytonville.
What about this guy?
With Nationwide Smart Miles, the less he drives, the less he pays. The list of inspiring stories goes on and on.
I bet. I've never seen anyone do more with their retirement than you.
I concur.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me, Bill Lusk, with Tyler Lowe, our engineer, back in the WVOW studios. And on video production, it's Booth Davis, our camera operator, and Butch Mounts, our executive producer and engineer for tonight's broadcast. And Bill, again, not really the first half I think any of us expected. I mean, you always get these two teams together. They like to get up and down the floor. They both play good defense, but you usually expect this to be a lot higher scoring, but a lot of that due to kind of just not being able to find the range. Both teams have had some good looks, but thus far it's been the defense is winning out.
Yeah, is it good defense or just poor shooting? I mean, that's the question here. Both these defenses are doing a fairly good job of forcing the other team into a slower tempo. It's not an up and down pace as we're used to seeing. We've seen Tug Valley play games in the 40s and the 50s before. Man, they're not accustomed to this. They played a 40 and a 50-point game in the Bob Runyon Memorial Tournament, but since then most of their games have been in the mid 60s, and the slow down pace is. I wonder if it's really hindering man. They're shooting wise 5 of 28 in the first half, but 3 of 18 from 3-point range and 6 of 11 from the free throw line. Tug Valley 6 of 21, 2 of 10 from 3, and 0 of 2 from the free throw line. So threes and free throws is the reason Man's got a 5-point lead right now in this contest. Rebounds are about fairly even. Man has a 20-16 advantage on the boards. 11 of those 20 coming on the offensive end. Turnovers not much to write home about. 4 turnovers for Tug Valley, only 1 for Man. So both teams are doing a good job of taking care of the ball. It's just the ball's not going through the basket.
Yeah, and on video productions, you can see a lot of the stats Bill just gave you. And again, we appreciate Bill keeping track of all those things for us here tonight so that you can see the breakdown of what's going on inside the game so far here tonight. And you look at this first half scoring, not much to write home about. Again, leading for Tug Valley, Ashton Davis with 6 points, Ethan Colgrove with 4, Joey Gollahue with 4. And on the other end for Man, Aiden Martin with 7 points, Jeremiah Harless with 5, Trey Brown with 4, and Caleb Blevins with 3 to round out the scoring here in the first half. Well, again, we'll step aside for a 2-minute break again. When we come back, we'll get set for the start of quarter number 3 here from Man High School as you're listening to and watching Hillbilly basketball action with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
At Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, we have a huge menu offering home-cooked dinners, hamburgers, tacos, hot dogs, pizza, Philly steaks, and desserts. including, of course, ice cream. Ask about our weekly home-cooked dinners. We have an everyday hot dog special, 6 hot dogs for $5.99, or $5 14-inch large grab-and-go pizzas made from our fresh homemade dough. So visit Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, located beside the old IGA in Chapmanville, just off the Crawley Creek exit of 119.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk here with you. Tyler Lowe, our engineer in the WVOW studios. Booth Davis, our cameraman on video productions. And Butch Mounts, our engineer on video productions. Well, again, only put 8 minutes on the clock for halftime, so I guess both these teams just very anxious to get back and get going here, Bill. But now if you're Ethan Colgrove and Tug Valley, you got those 3 quick fouls there, bang, 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 with the technical involved. It seemed, though, like it gave the younger players a boost after he went to the bench after that emotional moment. So can that carry and sustain Tug Valley here into the third quarter?
Oh, yeah, I mean, absolutely. When Colgrove went to the bench with those 3 fouls, he had 19. I mean, it was a 19-6 game. Man was up 13 points. Tug Valley closed the quarter on an 8-0 run, but now they find themselves down by 5, and it's because of the outside shooting. Tug Valley started 0 of 8 from three-point range. They've hit their last 2 threes, and it's because they're dribble driving. There's no inside presence there, so man's going to have to respect the outside shot from Tug Valley and respect their shooters. Now, when we come back out and start the second half, I imagine Colgrove would be in the lineup. If I'm man, I'm going to pound it inside, see if I can't get that 4th foul on him, because that takes away a rebounder for Tug Valley. And, if he's out of the contest, there's nobody in there to rebound, and there's no inside presence. So then it becomes an outside shooting game, and I think that would favor man as long as Tug Valley's not able to drive and kick and break down this zone.
And now I see Colgrove coming out here at the start of the second half, and he's talking to the official he got the technical from. Looks like they're mending fences right now, and that's good to see. Again, and we all do things sometimes in the heat of the moment that we definitely wouldn't do in normal circumstances, and I don't think, either side, was terribly in the wrong for what happened there in the first half. Thankfully, nothing bad came out of it except for the technical, but I was glad to see that Colgrove showing some of that senior leadership, going over and talking to the official once the quarter started.
A man here with the ball to start, and this is a very important possession to answer this Tug Valley run. Man has to get a bucket on this possession.
And Martin tries to provide it. Driving layup won't go. Harless's putback rolls out and rebounded by Colgrove. So again, the rim just continues to have a lid on it on both sides here. As Tug Valley going left to right across your computer screen and radio dial, man right to left. Here in the third quarter, Tug Valley in their all-black uniforms, man in their all-white uniforms. As they get it over near side for Colgrove. Nice back cut by Gollihue. Misses on the alley-oop, but gets it back and lays it in, and the lead is down to 3.
Yeah, just a bad job there by man of losing Gollihue in open space. Looked like Gollihue was going to try to go up and dunk that, but he couldn't get the handle on the ball.
19-16 now. Man leads it. They get it to Blevins. Deep 3 from the left wing. No good as it hits the top of the basket support. And that'll go back over to Tug Valley.
Caleb Blevins is now 1 of 11 shooting from the field. I've got to say, it's got to be the tape job on that hand. That has to be bothering his shooting hand.
Yeah, Simoner is warming up. He wouldn't even catch the ball with 2 hands or that hand. He was trying to grab it with his left hand whenever it was coming to him. So I'm like you, it's got to be some sort of restraint for him right now. Not sure how much pain or what the significance of the injury is at the moment. And now we get a foul, looks like from behind, as Martin tried to come around the back door and get a strip, but instead picks up a foul.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 for Martin, and Coach Blevins is getting the official wanting a 3-second call on Tug Valley. Felt like they were in the lane a little too long, or either that or he's wanting them to watch the elbow.
And Davis ties this game up, a left corner 3, his 3rd 3 of the game, and Tug Valley has battled back from double digits down to even this at 19.
And this is big for Tug Valley to battle back, especially when you had Colgrove on the bench with those 3 fouls.
And now can Man get their offense back going. They've gone incredibly cold since about middle of the second quarter on. Adams up top for Martin. Trying to find some space on Gollihue. Over to Blevins. Pump fakes a three in the left corner. Now dribbles over to the wing, gives it to Martin. He can't find an opening, gives it back up top for Brown as they'll reset. As you hear the Tug Valley crowd across the way trying to pump up their defense. As they go down low, Harless kicks it out to Adams. Pump fakes, gets into the corner. Elbow jumper is an air ball and out of bounds over to Tug Valley.
That is not the shot that Blevins won. He's telling him, should have passed that ball on. Looked like the ball might have been deflected from behind, but the official said otherwise.
Well, now Tug Valley looking for their first lead since 2-0 of this ball game. Man has led all the way since then. Gollihue drives in right side, kicks it out. Hell, three from the right wing, and Tug Valley takes the lead at 22-19.
Man's got to find Caden Hell. He hit so many threes over at Tug Valley that brought him back in this contest.
They had 15 in that game, and now Martin steps on the baseline and out of bounds over to Tug Valley. And man, the veteran team out of these two is the one that is coming a little unglued right now.
Yeah, I believe that was Buddy Markham that cut the baseline off and forced the turnover there. Martin didn't know where he was in relation to the baseline and happened to step out of bounds.
22-19 Tug Valley. They get it over right side. Another good look for three. This one off the mark for Gollihue. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and a go over to the Hillbillies.
Yeah, we've got James Seitz in the lineup. I missed that a while ago. He checked in for Jordan Adams, apparently.
And I'm trying to figure out the scoring drought for Man. Again, after the technicals, they held a 17-6 lead in this game, so it's been a 16-2 run overall since that moment.
It's 4-19 when they hit the free throws.
And Brown finally breaks the drought as he steps up for three from the top of the key. His second three of the game, he's got 7 points.
4:38 on the clock, and ends a long scoring drought for the Hillbillies.
And 4.5 to go now in the third. Hale goes for another three. That one online, but too strong. Rebounded by Davis. Over to Gollihue in the left corner. Three up, no good off the front of the iron. Rebound taken by Brown. He's got Martin up ahead, but couldn't find him. And now Man will set up the offense. Blevins will instead heave from 35 feet. No good. Rebound taken away underneath by Markham. And again, Blevins right now just continuing to struggle, and it's like he's moving further back and further back to try and take his shots right now.
Yeah, Man just needs to continue to run their offense around the perimeter and see if he can't get looks inside for Harless.
And we know that Blevins has that range. And now there's a steal as Hale's pass taken away by Seitz. He'll drive in left side. And do we have a foul? Yes, it appears we do. As didn't know if they were going to call that a clean block or a foul, but they're going to get it on Hale.
This should be a two-shot foul as Seitz was going up for what appeared to be a layup, but Hale got in, prevent the layup. Good job by Hale. I mean, you do one thing, you prevent the shot. The best case scenario is fouling before he gets a shot up, and you can just reset your defense. But Seitz knew he was going to get fouled and threw up the shot, and it leads to another lead change. That's our third lead change of the contest.
He hits on the first, the 6'2 junior. Had 3 points the first game against Tug Valley and missed a decent part of the early season with that ankle injury. As second free throw no good. Man now 7 of 14 from the free throw line in this game.
That's the reason that we've got a 1-point Man lead and not maybe a 12, 15-point Man lead.
23-22, Man has retaken the lead with 3:37 to go in the third quarter. They go down to Colgrove, backs him with those 3 fouls, tries to kick it back out, pass was tipped. Davis able to get it though, gives it to Gollihue, little floater from the left baseline, and he hits. Starting to see why Garland Thompson said he could be the best freshman I've ever coached, as he's starting to pick it up now as he's got 8 points. Out front for Blevins, 24-23, Tug Valley leads it. Back to Seitz on the wing, over to Martin, left elbow jumper, and Martin able to connect.
Good job by Seitz to find Martin, and good job by Martin to cut off the screen there to get into the elbow.
25-24 Man, under 3 minutes to go in the third. Colgrove from the free throw line, no good. Rebound tipped out, taken by Seitz.
And Man will give him that shot all night. He hasn't shown the consistency to knock it down. And Tug Valley better be careful. Harless will shoot from out there.
He'll get it on the left corner. He will take this three, and he gets it to fall through. It rattled around and found its way home. Bill called it right on cue, and that's 8 points now for Harless, nearing a double-double. 28-24 Hillbillies. Gollihue back over to Hale. Looks to answer for three from the left wing. No good. Long rebound comes out. taken by Brown. He'll push into the front court, 1-on-3. Will he force the issue? Yes, he does, and a charge called on Brown.
And I see the replay of this. Coach Blevins disagrees with the call. It looked like the defender was there as we get the replay up here in Video Productions, and I don't know. It's kind of iffy there. There may have been a little bit of a flop, but Gollyhue had possession established, it appears, and Brown probably should have kicked that back out or dribbled back out and reset the offense.
They go down low for Colgrove, but it's knocked away by Harless. Here he comes now. Gives it over for Seitz on the right side. Back to Harless, and he's hammered from behind as Markham came in and just sent him near the cheerleaders and against the basket support, and that'll send Harless to the line.
You can sense the tide of the momentum swinging in man's favor right now. They have scored the last 5 points after they fell behind 24-23. Harless with a chance to knock down 2 free throws and put this lead up to 6.
Harless, one of the few Hillbillies to have success from the line tonight, hits his first. He's 4 of 5 now from the charity stripe.
He's got 9 points in the contest. He knocks this free throw down. This will give him 10 straight double-doubles.
Another free throw on the way, and there it is. Another double-double. As you said, 10 now in a row for him. And Mann's lead now back up to 6.
Now Tug Valley needs to answer here. Mann has answered every run that Tug Valley has. Tug Valley needs to answer every run that Mann has.
And we were talking about, will the veteran leadership of Mann show up? And it has here in the last couple of minutes against this young Tug Valley club. Out front to Gollyhue. Now can Tug Valley respond again? Into the left corner. Davis thought about a 3, drives in. Nice wraparound pass to Colgrove, and he'll be fouled on the way up as it looks like Seitz got him trying to go for that block.
Now Seitz comes over, tries to get the block, and just gets a little too much of Colgrove's arm there. We'll send him to the free throw line for 2 shots. Tug Valley's only shot 2 free throws in this contest, I do believe, and they've missed both of them.
Colgrove with 4 points in this game, can't convert on the first. So now 0 for 3 from the free throw line are the Panthers. As Jacob Walls, will check into the game for Mann. It looks like Blevins is going to be the one to get a breather as Colgrove hits the first free throw of the evening for the Panthers. 30-25 now. Tug Valley trails Mann with 1:26 to go in the third. Brown out at the top of the key. Gives it over near side for Seitz. Now Martin will get it. Both teams looking a little winded here after a very breakneck pace in the third. As Martin takes it left baseline. Pull-up jumper, too strong. Harless looked like he went a little over the back to try and get that rebound from Markham as he's whistled for the foul.
Yeah, a little too aggressive there by Jeremiah Harless. Comes flying into the lane. He tries to go over the back of Markham. Markham goes up with him, and that's what gets the over the back call.
And Harless, talking to the official, trying to explain to him, I didn't make contact with him. Why is that a foul? And the official, I guess, gave him a reasonable enough explanation.
You don't necessarily have to make contact with him. As long as the defender goes up with the rebounder, it's always going to result in an over-the-back call.
Right. Now closing on a minute to go here in the third. Gollyhue almost got his pocket picked from behind by Mark. Gives it over to Hale. Hale stumbles and loses the ball. Taken away by Seitz. He'll dribble up the left side. Pull-up jumper from inside the arc, and Seitz hits.
Turnover, big basket by Mann. Now Tug Valley needs to answer this basket with a basket of their own. They're down 7.
32-25. Mann leads it now. They're on a 9-1 run after they fell behind by 1 moments ago. Closing on the final half minute of the quarter. Tug Valley might try and run it down here for the final shot. Mann looks to be okay with it for a moment, but now Brown and Martin will come out to try and trap. They get it to Hell. Now baseline for Colgrove. 20 seconds left. Back to Hell in the left corner. Up top for Davis. They swing it over for Gollyhue. Now to Markham down low. Runs right into Harless. Now tries to throw it, and Harless picks it off. Taken away with 10 seconds left. Here he comes up the center of the floor. Drives all the way in. Little floater is good with 5 seconds to go. Tug Valley's got to hurry here. They may not get a shot off with 1 second. Colgrove will heave from three-quarter court. No good. And what a close to the quarter by the Hillbillies. They outscore Tug Valley 10-1, or 11-1, to take a 9-point lead heading into quarter number 4. Back after this as you're listening to and watching Man Hillbilly basketball action with us here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Did you know that 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime? At Logan Regional Medical Center, your breast health is important to us. Our caring staff uses the latest technology, like 3D mammography, in a comfortable and welcoming environment to help you stay on top of your health. Speak to your provider about a 3D mammo at Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd with you. Alongside me, Bill Lusk, Tyler Lowe, our engineer back in the WVOW studios, Booth Davis, our camera operator on video productions, and Butch Mounts, our engineer on video productions. As Tug Valley came out in the third quarter, threw a gut punch, and then Man comes out and throws a haymaker to end the third quarter. Now can Tug Valley find their way back into the game once again, trailing by 9. They get it up top for Gollihue. Again, Tug Valley going left to right across your computer screen and radio dial here in the fourth. Man right to left. Up top, Brewer can't find himself free. Now over to Gollihue, right wing three, and that's a big start to the fourth for Tug.
Yeah, whenever Tug Valley's needed an answer, it seems like Joey Gollihue's come up with a play, whether it's been a pass or a shot to get Tug Valley right back in it.
So Gollihue now into double figures with 11 points. 34-28, Man leads it, and a low-scoring defensive struggle here. Sykes, who's been big off the bench for Man here in the second half and late in the first half as well. Looking inside, Stead kicks it back out for Brown. He'll take a three right in front of Davis, an air ball. Seitz goes to save it, crashes hard into the basket support, and they say out of bounds. But that time, tough three for Brown in front of the taller Davis.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he was fading back or if maybe he had contact from the Tug Valley defender that forced him to fade away on that shot. But and nevertheless, Tug Valley with another shot to get right back in it.
Colgrove gets it at the left elbow, kicks it back out for Gollihue. He'll drive into the center, kicks it over for Davis. Again, Davis got 3 threes in this game for Tug Valley. Gives it back over to Gollihue on the left wing. Dribbles into the corner, gives it off for Brewer. Bounce pass cross court, now into the middle for Colgrove. Little right-handed hook, and he'll get it to fall.
Once again, just like I mentioned in the opening, Man is one stop, one rebound away from blowing this game wide open. But unfortunately, they haven't been able to get that stop when they've been up 13 or 10 points.
And now Colgrove trying to get the crowd into it as Sykes drives. Layup is good. What's the call, though?
They're going to call offensive foul on Sykes.
He got the layup to fall, but it's a charge instead, as you saw both sections up on their feet cheering, and then all it is the Tug Valley fans left standing after the call.
I mean, really, that should be a no call. Seitz had already released the ball before the contact occurred. As we saw on our video productions replay here, the contact had nothing to do with the shot. It was incidental contact after the shot. The basket should have counted. Nevertheless, it's a charge and a turnover on Man. Tug Valley down 4, momentum on their side.
They scored the first 5 points of the fourth quarter, much like they did to start the third quarter. Can they sustain it now? Colgrove pump faked a three from the left wing. Now a drive left baseline. Martin falls down. He loses it in the corner and now throws it away to Brown. Up ahead to Sykes, one-on-one with Gollihue for the moment. Drives in, gets the layup to go.
James Sykes has come off the bench and provided some big plays for Man. He's got steals, he's got rebounds, he's got 4 points.
5:42 to go now in the fourth quarter. 36-30, Man leads it. They get it to Brewer on the right wing. Back up top for Gollihue. Again, it's deafening in here right now to try and hear yourself think. Colgrove drive baseline, rejected by Harless, and he lets him know about it after the rejection. Now here comes Martin up the right side. Gets into the paint, pull-up jumper is there for Aiden Martin.
Tug Valley has 5 quick points. Man answers with 4 quick points. Back up by 8. Tug Valley, this is danger time for them right now. Here we are again. Man, 1 stop, 1 rebound away from possibly running this out of the gym.
And they get a foul now as Gollihue drove in as Coach T.J. Blevin with his hands on his head. can't believe the call, but it's going to be on Brown on the half.
We get the replay of the block of the Colgrove shot. Colgrove gets a speed move. Jeremiah Harless keeps good defensive positioning on Colgrove and blocks a shot from behind, and Martin comes down on the other end, pulls up in the free throw line and hits. Tug Valley, Gollyhue. So we don't have a replay of the foul, to believe, but Gollyhue misses the free throw.
And so now they're 1 of 5 from the line tonight, but Gollyhue does hit the second free throw. 38-31 now in favor of Man as we approach 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Again, these two teams could very likely meet again in the sectionals in just a couple of weeks. They're going to go in as the top 2 seeds, you would imagine, as Martin gets the top of the key. 3, no good. Rebound into the corner, saved by Walls, and he gets it out to Brown. Great job by him saving the possession, gets it to Seitz. Man running a little clock now as Seitz stutter steps, kicks it into the corner for Walls, goes for 3, but he's blocked by Brewer, but it falls into the hands of Seitz again. He's just been Johnny on the spot here in the second half.
The Man's going back out, use a little bit more clock, see if maybe they can't get inside to get a drive here.
Brown took it into the left corner now. The Harless jumper on the way, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. And last touch by Man, but Man is contesting it. They thought it was last touch by Tug.
Man's got a very good case there. It does appear that ball was touched last by Tug Valley. Coach Blevins is wanting some help from the official, but he won't get it. That does look like it was touched by 23 for Tug Valley.
Now we're approaching the midway point of the fourth quarter, and Caleb Blevins looks to be done for the evening as he's been on the bench since late in the third quarter, and I don't see that wrap on his hand anymore, so the pain may have been too much to continue as they get it back to Gollyhue. Now 3 from the right wing is an air ball, but it falls into the hands of Colgrove, and he'll lay it in.
Johnny on the spot. Colgrove with the bucket for Tug Valley to pull him back within 5.
Oh, and Martin had a wide open look from about 2 feet away and missed it, taken away by Tug Valley. Chance to cut it to one possession. Davis, tough drive, gets the layup to go from the right side.
For every run that Man has, Tug Valley has one equal run. It's going to be who can get that last run and who can withstand it is who's going to come out of this contest. Now Blevins will check back into the contest.
So he's going to try and cut it out here with 3.5 minutes to go at the next whistle as Man holds a 38-35 lead. It's been back and forth here in the second half. Seitz over to Brown, 3 from the corner, no good as it hops over top of the rim. Rebound fought for, and Markham able to grab it. Up ahead, dangerous pass. Martin gets his hands on it, knocked loose, still in control by Tug Valley. Now to Gollyhue in the left corner, has his pocket picked by Martin. Here he comes, foot race. Up ahead is Colgrove. He'll pull up in front of him. Jumper is short. Rebounded by Walls, though. Brings it back out for the Hillbillies now with 2:51 to play, and Man, looks like they're going to call a timeout here with 2:49 to go, as we'll see if it's a full or a 30 for Coach Blevins. As it's a full timeout, so we'll take it as well. Back in 60 seconds as you're listening to him watching Hillbilly basketball with us here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate, where you can pay a little less and enjoy the ride a little more. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. Because better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
Man clinging to a lead here with 2:39 to go in the fourth quarter as they have possession against Tug Valley. Harless driving in right side, pump fakes, gets a man in the air, draws the foul. Can't hit on the shot, but he'll go to the line as they'll get the foul on Markham.
That's a good look for Man. I was about to say before they inbounded the ball. 2 minutes and 30 seconds here on the clock. Tug Valley, it's only the third team foul. If Man is able to get a stop on the defensive end, expect them to come out here and try to use up as much of this clock as they can, force Tug Valley to come out and foul. Of course, 3 team fouls. Tug Valley would have to foul 4 more times before Bam would go to the free throw line.
There's 16 fouls against the man Hillbillies as the first free throw rattles through for Harless. He's now got 13 points for the game as Hale will check back in here. Looks like he's going to check in for Brewer for his outside presence. But yeah, the next foul on the Hillbillies will put Tug Valley in the 1-and-1, but as you mentioned, they're a ways away from putting man in the 1-and-1 at the moment, and that could come into play here late as Harless hits both. 40-35 now, man leads it, 2.5 minutes to play.
Big defensive possession for man here. Force Tug Valley to use some clock. If you're Tug Valley, you don't need a 3. Get a good look at a basket. I mean, the only 3 that I would take is off of a drive and kick.
They get it into the corner. Now back out to Gollihue. He'll step into a 3 from the right wing. No good. Rebound tipped out long and taken away by the Hillbillies in the corner. So now let's see if they do decide to try and use some clock here as we approach 2 minutes to go. They'll kick it back out to Blevins. He'll give it over for Brown. Let's see how aggressive Tug Valley is here as they still need to foul 4 times to put man in the 1-and-1. Still a ways to go, though, but you know you don't want to run it down and have to commit all these fouls with under a minute to play. It's Martin. Dribbles over to the right. Man in no hurry to get going here, and now Harless just puts the ball under his arm and runs about 5 seconds off before Markham comes out the defending.
Well, man has 3 timeouts, I do believe, so if they get in trouble, they can afford to take a timeout.
Well, they've burned half a minute off the clock here. Tug Valley's got to start thinking about it, and there they finally do commit the foul, and it's a hard foul again committed by Markham, and Harless didn't seem to appreciate it as he talks to the official about it afterward.
Yeah, that's a borderline intentional foul call there. He had his hands in the back of Harless there, but referee said he was making a play on the ball before the contact.
Now that's the 4th team foul against Tug Valley. 1:23 to go. Man leads at 40-35. They get it out to Seitz. Again, Tug Valley not fouling yet, trying to find a steal if they can. They get it to Harless. Over on the right side, back out front for Seitz. 1:12 to go. More time ticking away, and now they do come up with a steal. Pass was tipped, taken by Davis. Drives in right side. He's rejected and knocked out of bounds, but it will stay with Tug with 1:05 to go.
Couldn't tell who got the block. It looked like Trey Brown. Good job of closing ground, beating his man to the block to prevent the layup. We see it on our video productions replay, and yes, indeed, it is Trey Brown on the block shot of Ashton Davis.
The inbounds pass is tipped, stolen by Brown, but he loses it and rolls out of bounds back over to Tug Valley. Nearly possibly a game-ending pick, and now the clock continues to run.
Yeah, the clock continues to run, and that's got the Tug Valley faithful all up in bunches over in the Tug Valley student section on the visitor side.
It should be about 1:02 or 1:01 on the clock here.
Well, they're showing 1:05, so
that's where it was before the ball was inbound at that time. So it should be about 3 or 4 seconds to tick off.
Now they're going to leave it as is. So 1:05 on the clock here. Man up 5.
And now the official talking with Rabbit Thompson over on the near side. And yeah, it looks like they may leave it at that. And now Coach Thompson going to call for time here. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside for a final time here in regulation as you're listening to and watching Hillbilly basketball with us here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Be strong. We are Thornhill Ford Lincoln, your hometown dealer located on 119 near Chapmanville. Go Thornhill and expect the best with total value, support, and savings on your next vehicle. Don't miss out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and thornhillford.net.
You can breathe easier at Boone Memorial Hospital, now with pulmonologist Dr. Richard McNeely. Come see us if you have concerns about your breathing issues.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Thornhill is now your #1 destination for new and pre-owned Toyotas, plus our top-notch Toyota certified parts and service center. We're eager for this new opportunity to continue serving our local communities. Quality and support you can count on. The all-new Thornhill Toyota is here.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home, with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The Man Hillbillies lead the Tug Valley Panthers 40-35. Chris Kidd with you, Bill Lusk right beside me, as Tug Valley with the ball here and have to have a bucket, you feel, on this trip as now we go under a minute to go. Hale on the right wing. Man extending their defense, trying to guard against a three at the moment. Gollihue over for Colgrove on the left wing. Back out to Gollihue. Down to 48 seconds. Now to Hale. He gets a good look from the right wing. Buries it. It's a 2-point game. And timeout called now by Tug Valley with 43.5 seconds to go as Hale found an opening and hits his second three of the game.
Much like he did in the first meeting up at Tug Valley in the fourth quarter. Hale got hot from three-point range, was able to shoot Tug Valley back in the contest after it looked like Man had all the momentum in the world, up 13 points in the fourth quarter, but Tug Valley just wouldn't go away. Man was able to get to the free throw line, and they was able to get to the free throw line and knock down their free throws and hang on for the 5-point win.
While we have a moment here on Video Productions, just a reminder that DLH Drug and Alcohol Testing is proud to support Aiden Martin and the Man Hillbillies. DLH Drug and Alcohol Testing is your key to providing a drug-free workplace. So thank you to DLH for being with us here tonight. Also on WVOW Radio, just a reminder, this game also brought to you in part by Nationwide Insurance agent Greg Dalton, who is a proud supporter of Man Hillbilly Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-752-8300. Greg Dalton Insurance with offices on Main Street in Logan and Main Street in Chapmanville. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan. So now full court pressure by Tug Valley with 40 seconds remaining here, a 2-point Man lead. And now Tug Valley still has 2 fouls to give before they put Man in a 1-and-1. They're going to elect to play for the steal at the moment, and now they will foul Harless with 32.9 seconds to go.
And there was a situation there where Man had the ball in the backcourt with 3 timeouts. They could afford to walk the ball up the court and use as much time off the clock, take a timeout and avoid 10-second count, and inbound the ball again in the backcourt. But once they got it across the half court, Tug Valley elected to foul.
As they go inside to Martin, he has a clear lane to the basket, misses the layup, but Walls on the offensive glass puts it back in.
Jacob Walls has done so much off the bench for Man. He's come up with big plays and big buckets all season long.
And Colgrove answers back quickly on the other end, and Coach Garland Thompson may have just used his final timeout with 17.5 seconds to go, as that cuts it back to a 2-point lead as Walls maybe saved the game for Man with that putback. Martin had such a wide open look that time, I don't think he could believe it, but Walls able to come in and get it, but Colgrove doing the smart thing, attacking quickly on the other end.
Now with 17.5 seconds left, you don't see Tug Valley hesitate. As soon as Man inbounds the ball, if they can't get the steal or a tie-up, you've got to foul. You can't afford to let Man dribble off seconds off his clock and not foul him. Because then you get in a situation where when you do foul, how much time is going to be left on the clock? How much time do you leave yourself for a good look at the basket? Should Man split from the free throw line, or should Man not even convert on the 1-and-1? And right now, Tug Valley at 5 team fouls is going to have to foul 2 more times. So if they can't get the steal or a tie-up off of the inbound play here, then they have to commit a foul. And Jordan Adams can run the baseline, but they don't come into play here.
Well, they throw it into Harless. He gets it back quickly for Adams as he nearly fell out of bounds, and they waste 5 seconds off the clock that time, and that's just the 16 foul, so the next one will put Man in the 1-and-1.
I don't understand that. I mean, they tried to trap Harless in the corner. Once Harless got rid of the ball, they should have fouled Adams right away instead of letting him walk it up and dribble off another 3 seconds.
They'll get it in, and a quick and hard foul on Harless yet again with 11.4 seconds to go. As I think that one will be on Davis, and now a huge 1-and-1 coming the other way, and Harless has been the best free throw shooter tonight for Man. He's 7 of 8 from the line. As most all the other Hillbillies have struggled, but if he can hit 2 here, he could ice the game for the Hillbillies and secure the number 1 seed in the section. As you hear the crowd, let's listen in. Harless gets it to roll in off the front iron.
That's the big one, because at worst, the best Tug Valley can do is tie.
So now this could be possibly a game-clinching free throw with 11.4 to go. Free throw up, rattles home again. And now Coach Blevins wants to call for time here. This is 11.4 to go.
This is a very smart timeout to remind your team that you're up 4 points. Let them inbound the ball. We'll put a little pressure in the backcourt. We're going to let them put a little pressure in the backcourt, make them use a little bit of clock. If they shoot a 3, do not, I repeat, do not foul them on a 3-pointer.
Now, the scoreboard here has it at 45-40, man, but that's not correct. Now they fix it. And, again, this has been a rivalry. It's been going on for a while. I looked it up today. Tug Valley has a 16-5 record against man since 2006. At one point, Tug Valley won 15 in a row from 2007 to 2017, but man has won 3 of the last 4. Tug Valley winning that sectional championship on that three-pointer at the buzzer last year. And you know what? Ever since man has rebuilt this program, almost every time these two meet, it comes down to about this type of a ball game.
Yeah, if man's able to hold on and win this contest, it'll be the first time since the 2005-2006 season that the Hillbillies have swept the season series with Tug Valley.
So now Tug Valley has to go the length of the floor here as they get it into Davis with 10 seconds. Trying to hurry, man, giving some pressure here with 6 seconds. Pass intercepted, taken by Harless with 3 seconds as he drives in, and he is hammered with 0.2 tenths of a second to go. And he'll go back to the line here as Harless has taken all sorts of punishment tonight. And you see the man bench got up, unhappy with the foul. And I think they're going to call this a technical now on Tug Valley.
Yeah, call intentional foul. There was no play made on the ball by Davis. As you can see, he clearly clotheslined him in the neck area. Good call by the official there. Jeremiah Harless will get 2 free throws. And, well, maybe not.
Again, he was the only one on the line for the longest time there, but I guess both coaches just wanted to come over and talk with the officials or talk with their coaches for a moment. But
our video production's replay, it should have been an intentional foul. He never made any attempt on the ball. He got him on the neckline. And I don't want people to think that I'm sounding, homer or biased here, but that's just the way it looks. It looked on our replay here, and in a contest like this, you don't want to, quite possibly have any kind of heated exchange that would have cost anybody 2 ball games.
And now Harless talking with Colgrove at the line, and he hits the last one and has something to say to Colgrove as he walks away. And now Colgrove throws the ball up in the area where Harless is at. And Colgrove and Harless almost coming at each other there. And thankfully they went to their respective benches after the fact. But it's the man Hillbillies getting a very hard-fought 46-40 win over the Tug Valley Panthers here tonight to move to 15-2 on the season and drop Tug Valley to 9-9 overall, and we could very likely see this matchup once again in just a couple of weeks in the sectional final as both teams congratulating each other, thankfully shaking hands after this, but still words being exchanged by Colgrove and Martin and several others on the way back to the locker room. So these two meet up at Willie Acres in a couple of weeks. It's going to be on. Well, we're going to step aside for a 2-minute break and be back to recap tonight's action right after this as you're listening to and watching Man Hillbilly Basketball with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
In Peytonville, there's lots of ways to save on auto insurance.
Really?
Yep. Very proud of that. With Smart Ride from Nationwide, they can get discounts for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs. Carmichael, safest driver in Peytonville, takes a lot of work and effort to be the safest driver in Peytonville.
What about this guy?
With Nationwide Smart Miles, the less he drives, the less he pays. The list of inspiring stories goes on and on.
I bet. I've never seen anyone do more with their retirement than you.
I concur.
You want it? Click it.
Reserve it and drive it.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill. That's right. Getting your new vehicle just got easier.
Visit any of our 6 locations and get a personalized experience in preferencing your next new vehicle.
Tag one of our pre-built invoices.
Or let's customize your exact features with our easy built-to-order process.
All we have to offer with shopping ease at ThornhillAutomotive.com.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride on the Thornhill Motor Mile.
46-40, Man defeats Tug Valley here tonight. From Man High School, Chris Kidd with you, alongside me, Bill Lusk, with Tyler Lowe, our engineer in the WVOW studios, Butch Mounts, our engineer here on Video Productions, and Booth Davis, our camera operator here on Video Productions. And again, here tonight, nothing more than what you would expect, another tight affair, physical battle on both sides as both teams went back and forth in the third quarter, but it was Man prevailing down the stretch, 46-40, to sweep Tug Valley for the first time, as Bill mentioned, since 2005-2006 season, and they should be the number 1 seed without a doubt going into sectional play, with Tug Valley being number 2 going in, as Bill's got some statistics here to run through for us this evening.
Yeah, you read through these statistics, you're going to be saying, the team that shot 26% should have lost the contest. That's not the case. Man, 13 of 50 from the field, 26%, 5 of 26 from three-point range, 15 of 21 from the free throw line, 71%. Tug Valley on the other end, 16 of 40 for 40%, 6 of 19 from three-point range, only 2 of 6 from the free throw line, plus 13 for the Hillbillies in the free throw line, plus 6 on the scoreboard. That's a difference in this contest. Rebounds, Man out-rebounded Tug Valley, 30-24, 16 of those on the offensive glass, leading to 14 second-chance points. Turnovers, Tug Valley had 11, Man had 5. Man did a very good job of taking care of the basketball. Both teams had 5 blocks on the evening. Very well. Points off turnovers, Man, those 11 turnovers that Tug Valley had, Man turned them into 10 points. The 5 turnovers that the Hillbillies had, 0 points off turnovers for Tug Valley. So Free throw line, second chance points, points off turnovers, the difference in this contest. Ethan Colgrove, 11 points, 12 rebounds. He posted a double-double. Joey Gollyhue led the way for Tug Valley with 12. Ashton Davis, 11 points. Caden Hell, 6 points. Only 4 scorers for the Tug Valley Panthers. Jeremiah Harless, as he's done for the last 10 games, Mr. Double-Double, 18 points, 15 rebounds, 8 of his 15 boards on the offensive glass. Aiden Martin, 11 points, 4 rebounds for Aiden Martin, but he came up with so many big shots in the third and fourth quarter when Tug Valley went on a run. Tug Valley took the lead. Martin hits the jumper from the elbow that starts the run. Martin hits a jumper in the fourth quarter that gives Man a run. Trey Brown with 7 points. James Sykes, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. He come up with a lot of plays tonight for Man. Caleb Blevins struggled to shoot the ball, 1 of 12 in three-point range, only 3 points on the night. And Jacob Walls, only 2 points. But the 2 points gave Man a 4-point lead when it looked like Aiden Martin had a wide-open layup. Martin missed the layup late in the contest with under a minute to go. Walls was there, Johnny on the spot, for the rebound and the putback. And Jordan Adams he didn't score, but he still had 2 assists, 1 steal, and had many deflections tonight. So a total team effort for the Man Hillbillies, who have now won 11 in a row. I do believe that's a school record. I can't imagine another team winning 11 games in a row. Tug Valley, their struggles continue now. They have dropped 7 of their last 10, but this game gives them confidence moving forward that they can compete with the best teams in Class Single A.
Yeah, and again, big stat there in the second half. Again, Man was 6 of 12 from the line in the first half, 9 of 10 in the second half. Jeremiah Harless, 8 of 8 overall.
And 11 of 12 overall for Jeremiah Harless. So big-time senior players step up and make big-time plays in big-time games. And Jeremiah Harless, just as he's done, continues to impress, continues to put a stamp on a first-team All-State performance.
Well, now here on Video Productions, it's time now for our player of the game. We'll also have one on WVOW, as this one brought to you by Logan Physical Therapy. And tonight, going to go with Jeremiah Harless. As you mentioned, 18 points, 15 rebounds in the contest, including all the big free throws down the stretch. Jeremiah Harless just absolutely a monster when he had to be for the Man Hillbillies, and just does so much dirty work. Took a lot of punishment here tonight and earned every bit of it at the free throw line. So Jeremiah Harless, our Logan Physical Therapy Player of the Game on Video Productions and on WVOW Radio. It's time now for the Temp Control Hot Hand of the Game, brought to you by Temp Control of Chapmanville. And you know what? I'm going to throw a little curveball here. And, you know, it's not about the scoring, I think, in this situation, but I really think James Seitz was dynamic tonight. I mean, you look at 5 points, but he just filled the stat sheet this evening.
You read my mind, because when you said Temp Control Hot Hand of the Game, we done gave the Player of the Game Video Productions to Jeremiah Harless. And, you know, we like to be fair and we like to split it. I mean, in this case, Harless deserves both awards. But the Temp Control Hot Hand of the Game, I've got no problem with James Seitz. He was 2 of 2 from the field tonight. He come up with some big plays. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And as you said, he made plays, 2 steals, 2 assists, 2 rebounds at a crucial moment when he come off the bench. And, you know, for a junior who was in the starting lineup at the beginning of the year, but, you know, he went out with an injury over in the Chapmanville tournament, Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament in the consolation game against Mountain View. He missed, I think he just missed 1 game and was able to come back from injury. You know, he came off the bench and gave him some great minutes, as did Jacob Walls. I mean, the bench play from Man is continuing to get better. This team's continuing to grow. And they look like a team that's ready to make a deep run in Charleston. Who knows, maybe win a 2nd straight championship.
And again, James Seitz, our Temp Control Hot Hand of the Game. And this winter, if you want your home to be as comfortable as possible, call Stuart Trickler and Roland Mullins at Temp Control of Chapmanville at 304-855-5200. Well, again, Bill and I will be back on the air tomorrow night as Logan and Chapmanville, Part 2 coming your way. Again, Chapmanville nearly pulling off the upset on Friday night. They do pull off the big win tonight as they defeat the Scott Skyhawks after they were absolutely run out of Scott's gym with 35 turnovers the first time. They win at 66-63. This Chapmanville team starting to peak at the right time.
That's a very good win for Chapmanville tonight. Scott was one of the hottest teams in Class AAA. I think they came in winners of like 6 or 7 straight. They had some very impressive wins. They're up to 11. They were up to 11-7 on the year entering that contest. Chapmanville was coming off a great defensive performance against Winfield. Both teams, you know, they got good looks. It was just a defensive battle there. And, you know, while we're, you know, on the conversation of talking about the county, you know, the girls' sectional seeds were released today, and the Logan Wildcats, based on their win over Wayne last week and 9 straight wins and a 19-2 record, have been awarded the number 1 seed in Class AAA Region 4 Section 2 bracket. They will take on the Lady Skyhawks of Scott on Tuesday at Willie Acres Arena in a 2-3 matchup. It'll be the 2nd seed Lady Pioneers of Wayne taking on Lincoln County, who nearly pulled off the upset last night of the Logan Lady Wildcats after they trailed by 16 in the 4th quarter. And I also want to note today that I talked to Kevin Gertz before I came over here, and Coach Gertz told me, he said, there was an issue with the Scott-Logan game, whether it was going to be made up or not. Scott, you know, it sounds like Scott didn't want to make it up. Logan had 9 wins in the Cardinal Conference against 1 loss. Wayne had 10 wins against Logan's 1 loss. And, you know, they thought, you know, this game has to be made up in terms of Cardinal. They were unable to make it up. Well, today at the Cardinal Conference meeting, Coach Gertz told me that the conference decided to award both Wayne and Logan co-champions of the Cardinal Conference. I think is the right thing to do, because you can't control weather situation, and the Scott game was postponed twice for weather. So for Kevin Gertz and his club, congratulations, Cardinal Conference co-champions along with Wayne, and also big congratulations to Christina Gore and the Chapmanville Regional Lady Tigers, number 1 seed in the Class AAA Region 3 Section 2 tournament. What that means in a 3-team section, Chapmanville's girls are guaranteed to play for a state tournament berth in a couple of weeks, but also they will host the Mingo Central Liberty Raleigh winner on Friday, February 25th. Big congrats to Coach Gore. Big congrats to Coach Gertz. You know, I told him I would, you know, get that on the air too, and I think they deserve just as much credit as the boys get. And, you know, who knows, down the way, maybe we'll be calling a sectional or regional game with them when when the pairings are now that the pairings are announced and there's no boys games going on.
Yeah, again, we'll have to wait and see how all that shakes out. But again, congratulations to Logan girls and Chapmanville girls as well. And congratulations tonight, man, Hillbillies. They knock off the Tug Valley Panthers 46-40 to sweep the season series. And again, Bill and I will be with you tomorrow night at Willie Acres Arena, 7:20 with the pregame show for Logan versus Chapmanville, 7:30 with the tip-off from Middleburg Island. So we want to say goodbye tonight. Tyler Lowe, thank you for our engineering back in the WVOW studios. Booth Davis, our camera operator on video productions. Butch Mounts, executive producer of video productions and engineer tonight for us here on video productions. And for Bill Luss next to me, I'm Chris Kidd saying so long tonight from Mann High School, as you have been listening to Mann High School basketball action with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on video productions.